Hello and welcome to the emulated AI factories for Telco Edge end-to-end AI RAN automation with OpenNebula screencast. In this demonstration, we are going to build a complete hyper-converged OpenNebula cloud on top of the Scaleway's bare metal servers. Our goal is to use the private cloud to run two workloads, a GPU-accelerated AI application and a full 5G mobile network simulation. The content of the following demo is summarized here. First, we lay the foundation by provisioning three bare metal servers on Scaleway, connecting them with a private network and a public gateway for internet access. Next, we are going to use the OneDeploy automation tool to install a high-availability OpenNebula environment, a distributed Ceph storage cluster, and to configure the NVIDIA GPU pass-through. With our cloud up and running, we will deploy our first workload, a large language model using the OpenNebula Ray appliance, providing it with a direct access to a physical GPU for maximum performance. Finally, we'll create a complete 5G network simulation by deploying and connecting the Open5GS and URunSim appliances right inside our cloud. This demonstration was developed in collaboration with Telefonica. Let's take a quick look at the architecture. Our three servers are connected via the administration network for all our internal traffic. Each server will also host a virtual machine for the OpenNebula frontend, configured in the high availability setup. A virtual IP is going to float between these frontends should the failover happen, ensuring the OpenNebula services are always accessible. The bare metal servers are also act as our KVM hypervisors, running the application virtual machines. To provide internet access to these virtual machines without exposing them directly, we'll use Scaleway Public Gateway. If we want to expose a specific service, we can easily assign a flexible public IP to any virtual machine. The hardware for this demo consists of two standard Beryllium servers and one powerful Titanium server, which comes equipped with two NVIDIA L40S GPUs. We'll use OpenNebula to pass these GPUs directly to our AI virtual machines. With that covered, let's begin the setup. The first step in our setup is to access bare metal instances and launch an Elastic Metal server. We will use the Paris 2 availability zone and the hourly billing. Choose a Beryllium instance, specifically the one with 10 gigs of private bandwidth. I will select a Linux distribution and provide a different partitioning for the disks. Instead of using RAID, I will be leaving a spare disk that we'll be using for Ceph later. Now add some custom tags, your secure shell key, and, very important, select Enable the private networking feature before creating the server. Repeat these steps to create the second Beryllium instance. Now we will need to create a third Elastic Metal server with a GPU. These are called Titanium instances, and we will use the simplest one. The rest of the process is pretty much the same. After waiting for a while, we can see that all three servers are fully deployed and online. Currently, we can reach them via their public IPs, but we want to create a private subnet between them. Enter one of the servers and choose to attach it to a private network. We don't have one yet, so we will create one in our virtual private cloud and then attach all three servers to it. If I will navigate to the VPC settings, I can see the private network and the IPs are assigned to the servers with their own VLAN. Now, when we have a private IP assigned to each server, we can configure it. If you examine the current network configuration on a server, you'll see that it only has DHCP configured for the first network interface. Therefore, we need to create a new configuration for our private IP addresses. It's essential to use the new virtual interface tagged with the correct VLAN. While a standard interface would work, for the future OpenNebula use, it's better to use a bridge attached to the physical Ethernet port. I will create one now. After applying the configuration, we can see that the new IP address is active, and I can ping the other servers that I have already configured this way. Now that we have internal connectivity, we still have a few steps left. This private network is where our future virtual machines will get their IPs, but right now the network is totally isolated and doesn't have the internet connectivity. To solve that, we'll need to create a public gateway. We are going to create one in the same availability zone. The cheapest one should be fine. Once it is allocated, we have to attach this public gateway to our private network. The final step is to reserve a few IP addresses for the resources we plan to create. We should reserve an IP address for each of the OpenNebula frontends and one for the virtual IP usage. Any available IP is okay. Repeat the process a few times. With our Scaleway infrastructure ready, we can now deploy the entire OpenNebula cloud using one deploy, which is a robust set of Ansible automation scripts. We will exclude the execution steps from this demo and provide a summary of the deployment and configuration steps. The process starts with filling the inventory file. This file acts as a blueprint for our entire cloud. Here we are going to provide all the details from our Scaleway setup, for example, IP addresses, and define our target architecture, specifying that we want a high availability control plane and a hyper-converged Ceph cluster for storage. First, the script builds the control plane. It automatically creates the dedicated virtual machines on our bare metal hosts that will form the high availability cluster for the OpenNebula frontend. Next, it is going to deploy the distributed storage. The automation sets up our hyper-converged Ceph cluster, transforming the spare local disks on each server into a single resilient storage pool for all our virtual machines and images. Once storage is ready, the script configures the hypervisors. It installs all the necessary software on our bare metal servers and enrolls them as the KVM nodes within the OpenNebula cloud, making them ready to host the virtual machine workloads. Finally, the automation enables the GPU pass-through. A specialized task runs only on our Titanium server, reconfiguring its kernel and drivers. The critical step helps the powerful NVIDIA GPUs to be directly assigned to our virtual machines, which is essential for our AI workloads. Now that the described OpenNebula deployment automation has been executed, let's access the UI and verify the deployment. We can see that OpenNebula recognized the three hosts, and this one has the GPU pass-through configured. Now we will deploy AI workloads in our OpenNebula environment. To achieve this, we will utilize the Ray appliance, which is available in the public OpenNebula marketplace. We need to download it and select the data store. We will instantiate a virtual machine using this template and allocate more resources. I will use a different model with Ray framework. Next, we need to give it a network interface. I'll be using the default virtual network that the one deploy tool provided us. Most importantly, I will assign one of the GPUs from the third host. The scheduler should be aware of the PCI device location and assign this virtual machine directly to the appropriate host. Now we will give it some time until it finishes deploying. Our virtual machine should be already working and exposing the LLM. For now, we must manually log into the VM and install the latest NVIDIA drivers. I've already performed the necessary steps just a moment ago. Now, after rebooting the virtual machine, we should verify that the LLM is utilizing the GPU. It's working already. The Ray appliance comes with a web UI to test the LLM, so we should try it. The web service runs on the port 5000. Accessing the service, we can initiate a chat with the LLM and observe that it provides a generated response as expected. Lastly, we will deploy a 5G application into our environment. For this, we will need some appliances that are available in the OpenNebula community marketplace. Those are Open5GS and URN-SIM, which are emulators of mobile devices and radio access networks. First, you will need to create a marketplace entry to import them. Before we deploy the 5G core and the RAN, we'll first create another virtual network. I will use the VXLAN type on top of our private bridge with the automatic VLAN ID. I'll set the address range and lower the default MTU because of the VXLAN headers. We will run this virtual machine with host pass-through of the CPU. Now we can deploy our 5G core. I'll give it a name and increase default resources. Before filling in the inputs, I will increase the default storage size to 10 gigabytes. And will fill in the network information. I will use the default virtual network for secure shell access and attach a second network interface using our new virtual network, specifying a specific IP address. Now I can go back and input that IP for N2 and 3 interfaces. The remaining parameters can be left on their defaults. Before using this 5G core, we need to take two steps. One, we will need to change the AMF configuration. That is to add an SNSS-AI. Now restart the Open5GS service. The last step is to create a network slice for our radio access network. We can do that in the web UI. We'll create a subscriber, fill in the MCC and MNC, and complete the key until it has 15 characters. The rest looks okay. SST and SD will be set to 1 and 11111 respectively, and the APN is set to Internet. We will now create a VM for the URN SIM. We will follow the same steps as before: more resources, and the user inputs should match the configuration of the Open5GS. The AMF IP address was set to 10.0.0.2. The MCC was 999. MNC is 70. The SST is 1, which we have just configured in the Open5GS VM. For now, we do not need to configure the virtual router and the core subnet, so we will fill them with the placeholder values. For networking, we will use one NIC for the secure shell access and the second NIC for the 5G traffic. Now, as the VM finishes deployment and booting, we are ready to verify the connectivity. If we go to the URN SIM VM, it was already attached to the 5G core and is using it to forward traffic. So if we ping Google utilizing the interface, we can see that the RAN simulation has public internet access. The logs of the UE and the GNodeB are also available to verify the correct operation. That concludes our demonstration. We were able to run the AI workload using the GPU capabilities and a functional 5G mobile network over the OpenNebula environment running on a bare metal server in the Scaleway cloud. This screencast was produced in the scope of the One Edge 5G project. Thank you for watching and see you in the next screencast.